Grand Rising. Hopefully this is working this new day. But good Grand Rising to everybody. I'm coming on a little special today. This is I First. I am Marie K, CEO and founder of Pathways Inspiration and Empowerment, also known as PI. And I'm a community restoration specialist. And yesterday, I had a moment and I want to talk about that. I want to be really honest, with y'all because today, today's going to be no business for me today after I finish this. Today's going to be about healing. So, the last couple of days have reminded me that no matter how much training that you have, no matter how many times that you have prepared yourself or how many years that you have served others, that we are still human. I am still human. In watching what happened to Jewel, a 12-year-old little girl who had been so severely bullied, and to see the footage, the raw footage, affected me deeply. And if you know anything about being an empath, you understand what I'm saying when I say it affected me deeply. And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to see it. I wasn't prepared. And I wasn't expected to have the reaction or my body respond in the way that it has been responding. And so, what do you mean? Getting up and feeling sad, uh, being really short, and having anger, really, really short with people and having anger. Um, Feeling really protective. I'm a mom. It's a baby girl. And anybody who knows me knows what I do for a living is I walk with our daughters in the community. It's very protective. And then, of course, grief and sadness. And instead of coming on yesterday and trying to pretend like I had it all together, y'all got to see some raw footage of what it actually looks like where somebody who has post-traumatic stress disorder having a moment. But with that, I also want to share that as a community restoration specialist and as a person who goes into the community and pours out, one of the biggest mistakes that some of us can make, and even I used to make in my early days, is believing that because we're helping everybody else, that that's like helping us and we don't have to really do no work. Oh, I found out that that's a lie. Okay, you got to continually. Let me fix myself. I have to continually going back to what it is that I teach in healing. Because trauma doesn't just announce itself, right? It sometimes it shows up when we don't even know it. It can show up even in exhaustion if you're not careful. Stress. In the medical field, they call that the silent killer. Because stress will take you out of here. So trauma in understanding your body and your nervous system and being aware of your triggers and knowing when you're triggered and what that can look like for yourself. Sometimes it's tears, sometimes it's anger, sometimes you lose focus, sometimes you can't focus. And those aren't things that because you're weak. It's not because you're this weak vessel. Sometimes it's just your nervous system saying, I need a moment. Sometimes it's just your temple trying to tell you that you need a moment. And so, what are some things that we can do when we find ourselves triggered? Number one, don't go on social media. That's the worst thing you can do when you're triggered, is to go on social media. Instead, go outside. Let the sun hit you in the face. Go drink some water. Take deep, long, shallow breaths. Move your temple. Talk to somebody who's safe. Put on your favorite music and dance. And of course, pray, meditate. But whatever you do, don't feel guilty because you need a moment. We are human after all. So today, I'm going to practice what I teach. I'm going to spend time with family. I'm going to go by some water in their pool. I'm going to swim. I'm going to eat. I'm going to laugh. And I'm going to dance. And then tomorrow, we're going to do it again with the family. So that's all I want to share for today. And remember, healing isn't something healing isn't something that happens the same way for everybody. It doesn't happen the same way for everybody. And so but there are some tools that we can utilize that are universal, like taking deep breaths, going outside, separating yourself from social media and just all the noise for a second. Okay, so with that being said, it is now 10 o'clock. I'm getting ready to shut down. And y'all have a beautiful, safe weekend. We'll be back on Monday with Pie Talks. And we're going to talk a little bit more about pathways to inspiration and empowerment. We have another cohort coming up in September 29th. On September 1st, I'm doing a complete detox for the whole month of September. Especially now, I'm like, ooh, I really need it. And so, if you are interested in cleansing, and throughout that time, we'll be paying attention to nature and what's going on with nature and things we should be doing during that time. And so, if you're interested, DM me. I will send you some information. And yeah, take time, especially if you are a one that pours into the community. We're human, and it's okay. And don't let other people make you think like you're less. You can't carry your calling because you're human, because so many other people hide it and just try to come out and act like their life is just ain't no problems, no issues, whatever. No, we're all human. Everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through something. Okay? It's just how we handle it. All right, y'all. I'll see you on Monday. From my heart to yours, have a beautiful weekend.